4 years have passed since the release of Psychonauts 2, and with Double Fine being hard at work on several projects since, we finally get our hands on the first of several incubation projects, named Keeper. Lee Petty's poster child is a beautiful, charming video game, with a simple, yet satisfying and emotionally driven story at its core, along with a beautifully crafted world that entices you to explore every nooks and crannies. It is very much a video game at its core, not trying to be filled with cutscenes full of complicated dialogues of modern gaming, and not even including a tutorial to try to explain how it works. The game just drops you into this fantasy world and lets you figure it all out for yourself, just like old times. The game starts you off as a living lighthouse, and the only tool at your disposal is, of course, your light. I'm saying starts you off, as you will get to change form as the story progresses. You are joined by Twig, a strange bird which makes you its home for the journey and becomes deeply attached along the way. As you progress, you discover what dark evils lurk and bring it to an end, all while meeting colorful characters and mysterious landscapes on your journey. It's simple, but effective at how it tells its story, and it's something you can play alone or share with your friends or family. You will not hear a single spoken word throughout the game, and this is a testament to how well Double Fine managed to tell this wonderful story. While your character changes along the way and offers new modes of transportation, this is very much at heart an exploration game, with some environmental puzzles thrown in, but it's all quite simple in execution. It's not meant to give you a challenge or make you frustrated. Instead, it's filled with little details for you to discover. There are shrines you can find that will tell you some of the lore behind this world. This is also your main source of achievements, so you want to keep an eye out as they are well hidden off the main trails. Shining your light on objects is how you activate them. Sometimes it's switches that will change the time of day, or devices that need to be powered on. But the biggest use throughout the game is on random objects that will be affected by it, just as a fun little added twist to the world of Keeper. This keeps the player engaged in the more walking simulator parts of the game, and slows down the game a bit by enticing you to explore more and see how everything reacts when you shine your light on it. Your friend Twig is also used to carry objects like levers that need to be activated or activate switches out of your reach. Twig also emotes in some cases to interact with inhabitants in this game. The game has a very distinct Double Fine sheen on it, from the characters themselves to the animations, and it's very easy to tell the people at that studio are very fond of their specific style of weird, very reminiscent of other games like Psychonauts 2 and Broken Age. This is, however, very much an evolution and a graphical tour de force for the studio, now working on Unreal Engine 5 and bringing to life the game with all the bells and whistles of modern AAAs, along with a smooth frame rate and high resolution. I did encounter some drops on console though, depending on the scene, along with some stutters on PC, but nothing that detracted too much from the overall experience. This game has a very distinct texture work, where everything looks like it was painted as all elements are covered with brush strokes, and it makes some moments stand out to the point where I would just stop and gaze at its beauty. The scenes basically looked as if they were paintings, something I've never seen at that level in other games, and a testament to the craftsmanship and attention to detail of Double Fine. The game is mixed with surround in mind, supporting both Dolby Atmos and DTS:X. The environments are filled at times with creature sounds surrounding you, sometimes it's more eerie sounds and heavy winds in deserted areas. Other whimsical areas are more funny and goofy noises to fit with the environment. As for the music, it's again very well done and moving at times where it needs to, and more fast-paced and chase sequences. I also felt that the soundtrack evolves over time, as since your character changes in each main section of the game, and the environments also distinctly change from one chapter to the other, so does the style of music and instruments used in each section. Similar to how you have different musical vibes in the water level or a desert, for example, in Mario. It's similarly applied here to the different stages of evolution of your character and this game, and it works really well. There is no denying that this is a very short game, taking me close to 5 hours for a full completion. Some might say that $30 is a lot of money for such a short game, but I personally think it is just right where it needs to be. This game doesn't come with bloat or extra unnecessary side quests or endings that stretch out indefinitely. It's instead a very concise story, one that goes through its pages and has a clear beginning and end. It definitely doesn't overstay its welcome and actually entices people to have repeat playthroughs, not by adding things that cannot be done purposefully on your first try, but instead by hiding tons of detail in its world for you to discover each and every time you play. It's also short enough that it can be played in one sitting if you are so inclined. I think this needs to be looked at by other studios as a way to make their games. As well, there is definitely a trend going on right now in modern gaming to make everything super long. I'll say that not everything needs to be, just for the sake of it. This is hopefully just the start of what's yet to come from Double Fine since their acquisition by Microsoft, and I cannot wait to see what's next to come.